Welcome to the Carl Ebeling channel. Today, we dive into a chilling question: are recent Russian threats about reclaiming Alaska just empty rhetoric, or could they signal a genuine threat to U.S. sovereignty? The history connecting Russia and Alaska dates back to the 18th century, when Russian explorers first reached the region. Attracted by the lucrative fur trade, Russia established a modest presence in Alaska in the late 1700s. Under Tsar Paul I, the Russian-American Company was created, monopolizing trade and Russian activity in the territory. Approximately 23 settlements and trading posts were built, but mounting economic challenges and geopolitical pressures led Russia to sell Alaska to the United States in 1867 for $7.2 million, roughly $130 million in today's terms. This purchase, formalized in the Treaty of Cession, marked the end of Russia's colonial ambitions in North America. However, despite the seemingly settled history, recent years have seen a resurgence of Russian rhetoric regarding Alaska. These claims coincide with Russia's increasingly aggressive foreign policy and growing military presence in the Arctic. In 2022, following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Vyacheslav Volodin, chairman of the Russian State Duma, warned the U.S. to remember that Alaska was once Russian territory. Similar remarks surfaced on Russian state television, with discussions about the possibility of Alaska returning to Russia. An alleged member of the Wagner Group, a private military company closely linked to the Kremlin, even claimed on social media that Alaska would return to Russian hands, accompanied by AI-generated images of paratroopers invading the region. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev added fuel to the fire, sarcastically commenting that Russia eagerly awaited Alaska's return. Alaska holds immense economic and strategic value for the United States. Its vast reserves of oil, gas, and minerals are critical to the nation's energy supply. The Trans-Alaska Pipeline, spanning 800 miles, plays a pivotal role in transporting oil. Additionally, Alaska's fishing industry is a vital contributor to the U.S. economy. Strategically, Alaska is America's first line of defense against potential Arctic threats. Its airspace is essential for monitoring and intercepting aircraft or missile incursions. As Arctic ice recedes, making maritime routes more accessible, Alaska's importance continues to grow, sitting at the crossroads of key Arctic shipping lanes. For Russia, Alaska represents a potential resource hub and a strategically significant location. Its proximity to Russia's Far East and its position along Arctic maritime routes make it an attractive target for expansionist ambitions. Russian military activity and the Arctic race. Russia has significantly increased its Arctic military presence, reopening Soviet-era bases and establishing new ones. It operates more Arctic military facilities than the US and NATO combined. In September 2024, Russian and Chinese forces conducted joint military exercises in the Pacific and Arctic Oceans, with Russian aircraft and naval vessels approaching Alaska. While they stayed outside U.S. airspace, their presence in Alaska's Air Defense Identification Zone raised alarms. In response, the U.S. military deployed troops and mobile rocket launchers to Alaska's Aleutian Islands. These incidents, coupled with provocative Russian statements, suggest a calculated effort to test U.S. defenses and assert dominance in the Arctic. Could Russia invade Alaska? A large-scale Russian invasion of Alaska seems highly unlikely. Russia is already deeply embroiled in its prolonged conflict with Ukraine, which has severely strained its resources. An attack on Alaska would trigger direct military confrontation with the United States and NATO, an unthinkable escalation. However, the possibility of hybrid warfare tactics, such as cyber attacks, disinformation campaigns, or limited incursions into remote areas, cannot be dismissed. These actions could serve to test U.S. resolve, assert Russia's Arctic presence, and gain leverage in geopolitical negotiations. While recent Russian declarations may primarily be aggressive propaganda aimed at a domestic audience, they serve as a reminder for the U.S. to remain vigilant over this resource-rich and strategically crucial region.